Hi guys, it's me Annie and I'm back with another video. On my channel I do all kinds of cooking, crafting and DIY. So if you like that kind of content, stick around and please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. So as you can see, today I am baking in my kitchen and I'm making some condensed milk cookies. These cookies are a favorite in my family and I had them growing up every holiday. It's a great snack to have on hand and the kids love it. I grew up with these condensed milk cookies. Always on the holidays when we went away, we would take a whole batch of these cookies with us and it would be a wonderful snack for the kids on the road or when we go camping. So let's get to baking some condensed milk cookies. Let's start off with all the ingredients you will need to bake these delicious condensed milk cookies. We've got 680 grams of sifted all-purpose flour. We've got 455 grams of room temperature butter. We've got 1 cup of sugar. We've got a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And of course, you can't make condensed milk cookies without a can of condensed milk. So these are all the ingredients we'll use, and let's start making these cookies. I'm going to be using my stand mixer today to make the dough of these cookies. I'm using the mixing bowl. To it, I'm adding the 455 grams of room temperature butter. It has to be soft. To the 450 grams of soft butter, I'm adding 1 cup of sugar. Now I will put it in my stand mixer and we will turn it on and cream the butter and sugar together until it's nice and creamy. So let's start creaming the butter and sugar together. As you can see, the butter and sugar are combined and it's nice and fluffy and creamy. So we are ready to add the rest of the ingredients. Now we'll be adding the flour a little bit at a time. You want to make sure to scrape off the sides from time to time to make sure all the flour is incorporated into the butter. To make sure all the flour is incorporated into the butter, you just want to scrape the sides from time to time. Make sure the mixer picks up all the flour. Now that our flour and butter and sugar are mixed together, we will be adding the rest of the ingredients. In goes a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and then we're going to add a can of condensed milk. And we'll put it back into the mixer and start mixing. Once again, from time to time, you want to be scraping off the sides so that everything is incorporated into the dough. Now that the dough is nicely mixed, we are ready to make little balls and place them on a baking sheet to bake. I've got a cookie sheet lined with baking paper. I just put some butter on the cookie sheet so the baking paper don't float away. I will be scooping out about a tablespoon of cookie dough and roll it into a little bowl and place it onto the baking sheet. Now, as you can see, this recipe does make a whole lot of cookies. This cookie dough is very good to make with the kids because there's no raw egg in it. You don't have to be scared that the children will be eating the raw dough and get sick. When I was little, I always wanted to eat the cookie dough, and that's why my mum always made this recipe, so that she wouldn't have to worry that we're going to get upset tummies because of the cookie dough. And it's also very nice to play with if you want the kids to cut out cookie shapes or make little figures of their own, build a little man. We used to love to do that while making these kind of cookies. But for today, I'm just going to be rolling it into balls, and then I will flatten it a little bit with a fork. Very simple and easy to make. So now I've got one tray full of little cookie dough balls. I just take a normal fork and just flatten it just a little bit. Because I like the cookies to be soft on the inside, I like making these cookies a little bit thicker, not too thin. The thinner you make it, the more crispier it will be, and the shorter baking time you'll need if you're making really thin cookies. So once they are flattened, you can see they are still quite thick cookies. I will be placing these in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes until they are golden brown on top. cookies just came out of the oven. They are nice and golden on top, and that's how you know they are ready. So now we'll just let them cool down for a little bit before placing them on a cooling rack. So now we are ready to place Xavier's cookie creations in the oven to bake. This recipe makes a ton of cookies for everybody to enjoy over this holiday season. I hope you enjoyed this video and try making some of this delicious condensed milk cookies for yourself. Thank you for watching my video today. What a wonderful cookie baking day we had. And Xavier had a ball playing with the cookie dough and making his own creations. This is such a lovely bonding experience with your children during these summer holidays. I hope you enjoy baking some condensed milk cookies today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.